Hi guys, and welcome back to Let It Go with Anna. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you've all set good intentions for the eclipse that we had on the 8th of April. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I know that the energy before the eclipse and after the eclipse has left me kind of doozy, which just means lethargic, tired, you know, just woozy. So I've been working on a lot of projects, and I have noticed we are in the Taurus month. So today I thought I'd make my video about you lovely Tauruses and celebration of having Tauruses in the world. So no special order, no anything, just spitting it all out for you Tauruses. So Tauruses are the earth sign, and they symbolize the bull. God, where's my memory at today? They symbolize the bull. Now, Tauruses for me are very lovely people. They're down to earth and they're very hardworking and very loyal people. So whoever their partners are should definitely feel proud and happy that they've got such a reliable, resourceful partner that is routined and willing and ready to provide for them and their family. And if that's not the Taurus you have, kick that one out. It's an imposter, okay? So they love their bellies, Tauruses. They love their food, and they rule the five senses: touch, taste, smell, and the other two, yeah? And Taurus, they really like their partner and anybody really to smell good. They love to smell things. They like smell before they eat. Like, they're very sensual people, and Venus ruling them alongside with Libra, you know that they have that Venusian love to give. They're very airy fairy. Even though they're earth sign, they've got an airy fairy nature. Taurus don't let things bother them too tough. I mean, I don't know what could be aspected to some, but the Tauruses on a whole, they're very happy-go-lucky through life. And their best friends, which I think are water signs and other earth signs, naturally, but obviously they can be aspected to other signs, but them being a fixed earth, I find them to be very stuck in their ways when it comes on to practical things and how they do things, how they move. Like, they're not gonna rush because you're telling them to hurry up. They're not gonna move at a pace that is uncomfortable to them. And I just think that if you have Taurus in your chart, like your Mercury's in Taurus, then that is another way. Even if your Venus is in Taurus, that's another way to let you know that you are going to love slowly. You're going to think slowly, take your information in at a reasonable slow rate. You're not going to rush anything. Anywhere where Taurus is, in your chart, I just think that it is a place where you're more prone to take your time. Doesn't mean you're backwards or you're gonna learn everything really late. It doesn't mean that. It just means you take your time. Tauruses take their time. They're in no hurry. Just like with their food, some of them do eat and swallow their food down, but whilst they're doing that, they're savoring the taste. They're savoring every bite, every chew, every swallow. Taurus savors. So I'm really happy that we have Tauruses in the world, because they help other people. They set other people up for greatness. Now, it may not be a setup that you would like, because a lot of people nowadays, they just want convenience. They just want people to give them things. Where Tauruses, they set you up in a way where they might give you a stock or a bond or a piece of land or a bit of money to start something, but they'll set you up in a way where they'll give you a foundation, a good, honest, solid foundation, and you create on the rest. That is how I find Tauruses. I've not met a Taurus who's ever been into any shady dealings, dodgy dealings. Normally, they just work hard. They go and get what they want, and that is the only way that they know it. They work hard. When I think about the Tauruses that we know in the public eye, like David Beckham, for one, who's, you know, he was put into football by his dad and he worked hard at it. He began to really thrive and shine in the football industry, learning slowly as he goes along. Now, David has made mistakes. I'm not into football, so I can't get into when he left this team and went to that team. I don't even think I would know their name. Was it Real Madrid, or I can't remember, but I know there was a woman involved. So when they're going through life and they're making their decisions, they can make mistakes. But for me, I like to see that, because that's just an element of David's just a real person. He's made a mistake. He's just like, okay, I did that. And then you move on. So with Tauruses, what I notice about them is that their BS isn't up in the air for hours, for days, for years, for months. It's almost like they do the stuff. They say, yep, they be accountable. Yep, I did that. And then everyone kind of forgets about it because the approach, what they've taken. So that's one thing that is, you know, I want to say remarkable, but yeah, in a way about Taurus, because not a lot of people know how to take accountability. So I suppose they are quite remarkable for the Tauruses that do that. I'm not saying you all do that, by the way. So yeah. And Tauruses as well, they are family orientated, love their families. And I'm starting to notice that with the Tauruses, you can sort of see like that that bull, you know, that sort of nose expression, like they've seen the red flag and like, you know, they're doing their hoof ready to like charge and attack if they need to. But other than that, Tauruses are mild and gentle, caring, loving people. I've not seen a Taurus in their angry, out of control state before. They're always quite composed and controlled. And I just think they're the life and the soul of a family gathering. You know, if a friend's having a barbecue and a Taurus comes in, they're coming in. The downside, I think, with Tauruses sometimes is they come in empty-handed, some of them. I think the men come in with stuff and the women come in empty-handed. But they'll make up for it in their presence. But they love a good barbecue. They love a good chow down, you know, and they'll try anything new once. They'll try it food-wise. Most things not most things actually, because they like to stick to what they know. But food-wise, Taurus will give it a try. They either like it or they don't. They'll either eat it again or they won't. But they will give it a try. They like other cultures. They're not the sign to be standoffish. But they're not going to run into you. They'll make you feel welcome, but they won't over question you or over exert themselves on you. So big up to all the Tauruses. And if you pop over to my community channel, I've got the monthly challenges that I put out. So Tauruses and anyone who wants to do the Taurus challenge can go over to the community section on my YouTube page and see what the Taurus challenge is. So other than that, guys, I just want to, you know, like, how you guys doing? Like, let me know how's things been since we've entered into spring, because I haven't done a video for about 3 weeks. I'm on different platforms, creating different platforms. So I'm on Instagram at Let It Go with Anna, LET and then a dot, It Go with Anna. And then I'm on Facebook now. So I've been doing a lot of meeting new people on Facebook. I've made some really nice friends on Facebook, really welcoming. I've joined some groups. I've created a group of my own called Release and Reprogram, and that is just sort of like with all the mental health and all the, you know, just the baggage that we pick up along the way. sometimes we have our wires in a twist and they need untwisting. So I thought, through a community of other people who feel similar and have been through a lot of emotional and psychological things that just need untwisting. There's nothing wrong with you, you just need untwisting. So we do it together, we share information and support with each other. There's loads of articles to read. I write in the group every day for everyone, and we're just releasing the old and we're reprogramming the new, because as you know, you are not the same person that you was 2, 5, 10 years ago. Every year we change, so we have to update our mindset, our belief systems, our principles, our standards. We have to update those things as well, because we can't have an ideology from how many years ago that doesn't fit the time we're living in now. So that's over there. So check out Release and Reprogram. Right now it's free. You can just answer the questions, and depending on what you answer, then you'll be accepted, come into the group, be welcoming, people will welcome you, and just navigate your way around, see what you gravitate to. There's open chats in there, and yeah, it's just a fun vibesy place to be. You can post in there. And then on some days, because we know that a lot of times creations can come from pain, it's when you're going through pain you realize what a great poet you are, or a sculptor, or what a great painter you are, or seamstress you are. So on some days I've got Creation Station Sundays where you are allowed to post what your creativity is. And I mean, maybe it might be something you haven't even thought about that could be turned into a business, and other members in the group can recognize this and say to you, well, do you know what, Anna, why don't you put this with there, and da 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 da, and you can get advice. And people who have businesses of their own might see a potential in what you have to offer and collaborate, affiliate, who knows. So there's a lot of good things. And then later on I will then turn the group into areas for members only. Like, everyone's a member, but you're going to have members who pay the subscription and then members who are just members, because I want everyone to be included and everyone to benefit from learning. Like, who knows me knows I love learning. I love giving out gems and nuggets. It doesn't benefit me to keep all this knowledge to myself when I've been blessed with it to share. So, and I've been put through it literally to learn, so that I can share and help and educate other people. So that's what's going on along the sidelines. Now, also as well, in the community channel, you're going to come across a part that I've got a survey, like a poll on, that I feel very strongly about hospitals being charging patients to park, and doctors, nurses and hospital staff shouldn't pay to park. So I'm actually petitioning right now for my local hospital to get rid of the private company that they have there that generates like what, 10, 11, 12 billion a year, and none of that money goes into the hospital. Sometimes you go in there, you can't even see where the line is to park in that bay. So the money's not going into the hospital, and it is not going back into our community. So again, it's like another form of rape. So for me, I'm just like, right, we need to challenge this. So I've asked everyone to tick. Now maybe I can inspire you. Maybe they have that in your area, your region, your country, and you think, right, I agree with this. Like, we shouldn't have to pay to park, and nor should the doctors, the nurses and the hospital staff, because I mean, they're there to save our lives. They do a great job. They're overworked and underpaid as it is. And for patients who are going in for treatment, or maybe going into hospital as an emergency, and then you've got to start worrying about, oh, I've got to pay for the parking. It shouldn't be a place. Like, you can't put health and stress in the same place. So my suggestion is, have a barcode whenever you get a hospital appointment. you get a confirmation, whether it be through email, through your mobile phone messaging, or a letter. You have a barcode on either three of those things. So when you go into the hospital, hopefully if it's got like a barrier, then you can scan, just like how you'd scan to leave, you scan to let it open so you can come in. That way they know that you are entitled to be there. So then you go in, you have your appointment, you come out. So nobody who's crafty, who thinks, right, I know the hospital's free, the hospital doesn't charge, I'll park my car there and go off for the whole day, won't be able to do that. Because if you don't have the barcode that says you've got an appointment, there is no entry. And as long as people don't abuse it, then I don't see why it can't work for all of us, because the hospital's there to help us. Let's help them by getting them free parking, and let's get the private companies privately doing something somewhere else, but not taking from our community those millions, especially when our community needs building up, it needs regeneration. So if you're all for that, please support it. Create one of your own wherever you are, because in this good old age of Aquarius, which I can already see, it's like a revolution, it's like revelations, and it is exposure. So technology is evolved and people are more concerned with their own communities. It's not the vibe I'm picking up. It's not like people are all about the likes and the superficial material nonsense that was all the rage once ago. People are genuinely interested in other people, their wealth, their care, their health, their care. How are they doing mentally? What could you do to improve someone? Maybe knock on your neighbour's door. Do they need you to pick something up? You're going that way anyway. It's just all about that sticking together, loving on each other as a collective, and just knowing that we are one consciousness. So the whole everyone, dog eat dog and looking out for yourself, I'm seeing that slowly dissolving, and I'm seeing people appreciating other people around them. I mean, COVID taught us that, because people didn't like being alone. And as much as I got creative and snazzy in COVID, and I've done things to let the time pass the time by, nothing beats having a great good old laugh and socializing with other people. And no one can say that if they could choose from being on their own or having people around them, they'd choose to be on their own. I mean, I know there's times in our lives when we have to be on our own because we need to think, we need to realign ourselves, but that doesn't mean forever. But on a whole, I know that we would choose to have the people around us. Obviously, yes, the right kind, but we would choose the people around us rather than just being forever on our own. So, yeah. Now, another thing what I wanted to share astrologically is that Uranus is conjunct Jupiter at the moment. So Jupiter is Sagittarius's planet. So expansion, service to others, religion, what's the other one? Education, adventure, freedom. Like, Sagittarius is just great. Anyway, I think Sagittarius should be Chiron's brother. They're two Centaurians. Anyway, and then Uranus, who is Aquarius's planet. So that's the planet of, I always argue and say Scorpio and Uranus should share the word change. But yeah, for me, Uranus is the planet of change. It's regeneration. It is revolution, technology, a way of a new life, a new beginning, creating new things. Like, Uranus is just a unique, different energy that independently identifies with oneness, like humanity, but they still stand out as an individual. So with Jupiter and Uranus being right next to each other. That's what conjunct means, right next to each other, is like, it's like a fun house party. And Taurus, okay, so it's Uranus conjunct Jupiter in Taurus. So Taurus is normally straight-laced. I'm not saying they're not having fun, they do. But with Jupiter in this mix, which is just going to zhuzh things up and make things like, oi, oi. And then you've got like the mad scientist Aquarius in that mix, who's just uniquely zhuzhing it up in their own way. And then you've got the Taurus, who's like, well, should we be doing this? I'm not sure. Like, should we? Oh, because Taurus wants to, you know, go by the rules. They want to do things right, but he's got these two mad hatters beside him trying to zhuzh him up a bit. So in this Taurian time, if you feel as a Taurus, as a Taurian, if you feel like, I want to do this, but it's kind of not me, just do it. Yeah. If you feel like you've got a new idea about something, but it is way bigger than what, just do it. When you start something, Source will find you other people to help, because Source knows it's bigger than you, but somebody has to lead it, you know. It's like, what is for you, what ideas come to you, they've come to you for a reason. And Taurians normally know how to delegate work. They normally know who can do this, who can do that, who can do the other. So when things come to you guys that are normally like, when they normally come to you guys, you can handle it. It's normally a workload you can handle. But this time now with the Jupiter conjunct Uranus, you may feel like this is weird and this is way bigger than what I can do, but it isn't. So just go for it. And sorry about all the gobbledygook, because this is the thing. I've got so much on my mind and so much going on, so much to tell you, but I can't cram it all in this video. So I will be posting again in another couple of days, because I have so missed you guys. Like, it has been so weird, the amount of people that I've met. Like, I've never been one for Facebook, and Facebook for me now is like, yeah, I like it. Like, the people on there are just great. I mean, I am in 4 groups, so I'm getting a nice mixture of people, but it's the vulnerability, guys. Like, and Taurus is good for vulnerability. Taurus will show you, they will just share with you that it's good with them right now or it's not. So this is another relative way of speaking about what I'm going through in this Taurus season. But the people on Facebook, you feel the genuineness off of them. You can feel it in the messages, the things that they post, the vulnerability of them, the things that they share with you. They're looking for genuine answers. They're not pretentious. They're not doing this for the likes or just because they've got 2 hours to kill, and they're consistent. So that's why I've been feeling so bad towards my YouTube family, because I've been missing for a while. But trust me, guys, I'm on 3 platforms now, and I have a Facebook group. So I'm doing a lot. I'm learning a lot. My skill set is rising. And then on top of that, I've got to sleep, because, you know, if you don't sleep, you get moody and all of that jazz. And I'm about to start getting moody. And then my daughter has had her tonsils out, so I've been running at A&E upstairs. And trust me when I tell you, she's putting me to work. So I've got that as well. But it has been the most peacefulest week I've ever had in my life, because she can't speak much, but now her voice is starting to come back. So yeah, but I'm so glad that her operation went well, and I wouldn't be without her, like she knows. But yeah, so it's really going well. So just drop me a line, guys. I've seen comments coming through, and we've got the spiritual channel on there. So I'm gonna settle down with Facebook, and then I'm gonna spread my time out back with YouTube and get posting again. And just know that I'm here. It's all love. I mean, if you're ever worried or you want to know anything, just drop me a line on Instagram on Facebook, I'm there. Now on Facebook, I'm not Let It Go with Anna, so just catch me on Release and Reprogram. Just get into the group. The more of you join, the better. Meet the people that are in my world now and converse with them. Maybe there's things that you and them have in common, and there's things that they can even help you with, because that is the benefit of my group. The answer doesn't come from any specific person. The answer can come from anybody in the group, because if they've been there, then they're still here to tell the tale. To me, they are qualified to tell you their experience. They're not qualified to tell you what to do. Nobody is, but they're qualified to tell you their experience. So jump in on the group, guys, and it will be my pleasure to have you there. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Take care and look after yourselves, all right? And Tauruses and anyone who wants to do the Taurus challenge, get over to the community section and join in. Lots of love. Bye.